Hi, my name is Kyle Johnson. This is my entry into the IJA Tutorial Contest for 2012. It is about how to roll a hoop. Enjoy.
I'm doing my tutorial on hoop rolling because I want hoopers to be able to do a full roll that makes contact with their body the entire time. I think a roll, or really any trick, looks best when you involve a lot of your body in it. And because this trick involves your whole arm span, I think it looks really nice. So to do this trick, you're going to need a hoop. If you use a smaller, lighter hoop, it's going to be more difficult than a heavier, larger hoop. Because when you use a smaller hoop, there are more rotations in the roll. When you use a larger hoop, it has more surface area, so it can roll all the way across your body and only have less than one rotation. I've seen a lot of hoopers that will start a trick by spinning, which, if you have not done the trick before, is going to make it way more difficult. When I learn a trick, I break everything down to its simplest parts and practice each one, and then slowly build it up, adding them together. So with this, we're going to start without a spin in the beginning, without a spin in the end. It's just going to be dead stop, swing into the roll, and then dead end over here. So once you learn the basics of the roll, then you can start adding variations on the beginning and end of it. Or the middle. All rolls with any object have a sort of wave feel. It goes from this hand, you give it the initial energy, and then it rides all the way to the other side. Before you do the roll, you might want to practice doing a wave and just working on moving every little piece of your arm. To do these rolls, you want to keep a loose grip on the hoop. When you first let go of your hoop from a loose grip, you want it to make contact with your hand, and then you want to point your hand down. And this makes it a lot easier for the hoop to keep contact with your forearm and your wrist. Here are a few exercises you can try to build up to the larger roll. Just rolling over the hands, forward and backward, making full contact on the back the whole time. Then you can try rolling it over your hand and forearm and off the elbow into the waiting opposite hand. Then you can try mimicking what happens during a real roll. This can be done by starting the roll and stopping it when it gets to your upper arm, or holding it at your upper arm and releasing it to your receiving hand. And then to practice the middle, the roll across your back. Put your empty hand in front of you and roll your hoop under your arm onto your back. Then put your empty hand across your body and catch the hoop that just rolled across your back. Your goal is to make it from one hand to the other. Just like that. You want to make this a pretty straight line across your arms. You don't want it to be bent. You want this to be the easiest path that the hoop can take. So you want to make sure your arms aren't too far back or your elbows are bent. Make sure you're nice and straight. When releasing the hoop, you want to kind of give it a little tug down, so it's directed toward your body as well as your other arm. After you roll the hoop onto your forearm and it gets to about your elbow, you're going to want to lean forward. And this is to keep the hoop on a surface of your body that's near parallel to the floor. It's a pretty common sense thing. If you don't do it, then the hoop is just going to fall. It's important that your back be relaxed and down, not arched up. You want your chest to be out, so it's a nice flat surface for the hoop to roll across. Many people will have trouble with the second part of this trick, which is the hoop going from your back onto your receiving arm. That's why you want to keep it straight, So it'll lead the hoop onto it. If you have it far back, it's not going to even be able to make that curve. It's just going to roll right off. You want to keep the hoop as straight as possible for the entirety of the roll. Lifting up in the end to slow the hoop so you can easily catch it. The behind the neck roll is the same thing as the chest roll, except you lean back with the chest roll instead of forward with the behind the neck roll. Techniques. This is bad.
That's known as the Flaming Phoenix.
Is that true? A lot of contact over a lot of your body. That's weird. That sounds weird.
Thanks for watching.